Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And every now and again, there's a hit show that everybody seems to love, and I'm certainly one of them. The Call Centre on BBC Three is a phenomena, and the man behind it is Nev. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm delicious, and I'm glad to talk to you because you're one of those people who sticks out, who's different, and I wish I worked for you. If you ever need a press officer or a PR man, I'm the man for the job. I like your style.
I've got your number. I'll be in touch.
Seriously, what I love about you is there's no bullshit. Everybody in 2014 wants to beat around the bush and waste time. You don't do that, do you?
No, I don't do that. I can't buy that. No, it goes against the grain, doesn't it? But yeah, we're a society that seems to be led from the top by what you would define as bullshit and the finer art of it.
What it is, I think we're a PR culture now where we've got HR people above us sitting on our faces saying, don't say this and don't say that. And it gets in the way of getting the job done. I just spent, ironically, 15 years at the BBC, the programme to which, of course, you're signed to, BBC Three. And they're the worst at it. They're a culture where you can't say anything to anyone for fear of offending. And if you do your job badly, you mostly get promoted up and paid more to be incompetent. It's fascinating, isn't it, how sort of corporate culture works?
Well, yes. I mean, I often get asked about leadership and leadership qualities, and we don't see it. Our leaders are not leaders. It's generally the grey man that hasn't offended anybody that gets promoted. And so, if we ever went to war, God only knows where we'd find another Winston Churchill.
Do you worry that there's a pressure above you that you might go too far? I remember one scene where you're having a go at somebody who wasn't paying attention. They were absolutely in the wrong, and I think you threw a pen at them to wake them up. In any other job, you could be sued for that now, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I never had. When the programme went out, it was unbelievable. A few people wanted to have a pop after that, with all the press and the hype. But, when we were just, as we were, say, Britain Money, everybody got on with it and got on with the banter and the laugh and the atmosphere that was created. I suppose I am a little bit vulnerable.
Is your philosophy that a fun, open, honest workplace is a productive one, and as long as people know where they stand, they'll work hard for you? If you start playing games, it just wastes time?
Yes, absolutely, spot on. If everybody knows where they are, you give them the tools to do the job, you enthuse them to do it, and you look after them whilst they do it, then they will be very productive.
And of course, you're surrounded by characters. I actually did spend 6 months in Llanelli, which isn't far from you. And there are some fascinating people, many of which you seem to employ. It's not easy, is it, when you've got a huge team? You're going to get people's issues.
Yeah, when you do, people, they bring their life with them to work, don't they? I mean, you can try and say, well, put it in a box at the back of your mind or leave it outside the front door. And it's not quite like that. It's very, very difficult. Now, Kaylee, the girl that I tried to find a date for, she was from Llanelli. And what I found is the nicest people in the world seem to live in Llanelli. You could drop a bomb on the place and you cause £4.20's worth of damage. But lovely people, always a cup of tea, always a lovely warm welcome, But Kaylee was from Llanelli, and her parents actually wrote me a letter to thank me for sorting her out. That the kick up the backside was exactly what she needed. Instead of the HR, they're there, let's see what we can do, have a day off, have a sick day, just needed a little bit of motivation in the right direction, which was a boot up the bum.
I don't know whether your show is a good thing for young people or not, in a way, because it doesn't show them as being terribly hardworking and dedicated. It shows them as sort of trying to get away with as much as they can. What you've sort of pointed out is that there is still hope, and if you motivate people in the right way, they might work hard for you. But generally, do you find young people are lazy?
Some are. There's always a cross-section. 20% of our call centre have got degrees. They didn't seem to make the cut. So, that they weren't the big characters that the BBC picked up on. But a lot of people are diligent and hard-working. You always get the ones that will get away with what they can get away with. And life is that we were all different, and the ones that are diligent will get promoted and go further.
What I find fascinating in 2014 is an Aldi opens in Manchester and 1,400 people turn up for 41 jobs. I'm sure you have the same situation where there's far more people available than you have positions for. How do you choose, Nev? How do you decide who to give the opportunity to?
Well, most of the time they keep me well away from recruitment these days. But, we have our methods. I mean, we've got we've tried all sorts of psychometric tests, and I keep telling people they don't work. If they're thick-skinned on the phones, then they will make it. If somebody is committed to it, if they really want to make something of themselves, even if they got no GCSEs or anything, then if their attitude is right, I can do something with them. So it doesn't matter if you're on the phone, if you've got a degree or not. It's pretty much a leveler in the call centre. So I look for a bit of chirpiness, a little bit of spark, a little bit of life in them. So that's what I look for anyway.
And of course, you're now a big star. Everybody knows your face. You've been all over the papers for good and bad. We'll come to that in a minute. What is it like for you now, going from the manager of a call centre nobody had heard of to be one of the most interesting characters in British media?
Well, I wouldn't use the word star. I mean, I'm probably one of the few Z-listers that are out there. But it means that when I go into Swansea, some people want photos with me. And I will always stop. If somebody wants a photo with this ugly mug, they're welcome to one. It's been nice, actually. A lot of people have said a lot of nice things. 95% of it has been really positive. You always get the idiots, but that comes with the territory.
I'm a deeply unattractive man. The only reason I do this job is to get in the bedroom, to hopefully get a lady who's slightly punching above my weight. How's that work for you? I mean, is there female attention?
If there is, the marketing department have kept it away from me. I mean, I've been in a relationship now for 3.5 years with somebody who is well above my station, well above my weight. Seeing as she's sitting opposite me, I mean, she is the finest lady you will ever meet.
Isn't that unfortunate, though? I mean, you come into show business a year or two after you're in a relationship. It should have been the other way around. You could be having a field day now.
It depends which way you look at it. I mean, sometimes you're better off out of it.
Yeah, you probably are. And talking of being out of it, I noticed when you Google your name, people like the Daily Mail come after you very quickly. As soon as you become big, they want to shoot you down. How have you dealt with that? I mean, there is an invasion of privacy issue, but then on the same hand, you're putting a documentary out there on a weekly basis at BBC Three where you're making money, so I suppose they feel it's open season.
Well, I mean, as far as making money out of the BBC, I mean, we got paid £4,000 for the first series. It's a documentary, and they don't pay for documentaries, so there's only expenses. And believe me, £4,000 didn't go anywhere near to paying expenses on what it cost us as a business. So, not getting richer out of doing the series. The Daily Mail, they absolutely disgust me. What they produced was totally untrue. I mean, the headline, criminal past, I went and got my solicitor said to go and get a CRB check because we will be going to court to them. So my CRB check comes back. I have no criminal record whatsoever. And what do they want to do about it? But to make a double-page spread on something that is absolutely a fallacy, it hurt Hannah, my partner, and her family. The second part of the headline said an affair with a girl half his age. Well, I mean, I've been divorced for 12 years. I've been single for 4, and we've been together for 3.5 years. So, I mean, how does that constitute an affair? But what they say is, it could be a love affair. An affair could be construed as love affair. Well, it's not, because in anybody's language, affair means sort of sordid extramarital affair. That's what that's the image that is conjured up after that headline.
Did it make you question whether you wanted to do it anymore, whether it was worth the price you've got to pay privately?
No, what he wanted me to do was strangle the reporter. But these days you can't get away with that sort of thing, you know.
If you were employing him, would you have thrown more than a pen at him, maybe a punch or something?
Well, if I met him in a dark alley, I mean, I'm a big bloke. I can pack a punch. There's a lot of weight going to go behind a punch if I hit him. So, but my day will come.
Yeah. Very finally, about your behaviour within this programme, are there people around you now from your company saying, don't do that on screen in front of the camera, don't do this, or are the BBC advising you on anything, or are you still being Nev?
No, I'm still Nev. We do get to see the programmes before they go out, so it isn't just myself that watches the programmes, it's my solicitor as well. So we do get a chance to say, well, if you could just take that out, if you could, put that in a different light, then that would be lovely. Most of the time, the BBC are pretty good.
Right.
There's only one or two little slips, but no, I mean, really, what you see is what you get.
Mm. But you do have the right to take stuff out if you're not comfortable with it.
Yes, yes, and not that we've got the right, but it's just that the BBC are pretty fair with it.
Listen, I'm going to let you go because I know you're running way behind, and I don't want you to transfer me to India or anywhere. It's been really great talking to you, Nev. Again, if you ever need a PR man, I'm here for you. I like your style. More of you. I'm looking forward to the new series. It starts next week on BBC Three, and the DVD for Series 1 is in your stores now. Nev, really lovely to talk to you from the call centre. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.